here in Lucas Oil Stadium, where Ohio State is the, Big Ten champion, beating Wisconsin. The Buckeyes are 13-0. They will find out on Sunday around noon whether they are the number 1 or 2 seed in the college football playoff. But we do know that Justin Fields was the MVP of the Big Ten championship game. Nathan, what were his stats?
Justin Fields today passing 19 of 31 for 299 yards and 3 touchdowns. Did take 5 sacks. He took 5 sacks the first time they played Wisconsin as well. Also 34 yards on 12 carries. 35 yards on 1 yard on 12 carries. 35 gained, 34 lost. Sorry, it's 1:30 in the morning. I'm having trouble reading the box score. So he would have had 35 yards if you take away the 5 sacks. So there you go.
Pretty good. We forgot to vote for the MVP because we didn't get it in time. Who'd you vote for?
I voted for Justin Fields, but I didn't really feel all that good about doing it. I think K.J. Hill probably deserved it as well with 2 touchdowns. J.K. Dobbins was great. So, yeah, but I gave it to Justin. I mean, it's a quarterback with 3 touchdown passes. So, he's probably the MVP of the Big Ten championship game. But he's not getting an A from me. He's probably going to get a C plus B minus.
Holy crap. All right, we're doing the grades. We do the grades after every game. You're giving him a what?
A C plus B minus territory. He was not good in the first half at all. He looked timid. He was holding on to the ball too long at times. I think some of those sacks are his fault. Like, there are some that are on the linemen, some that they had some good pass rush, but some of those were his fault, where he was a little indecisive with his decision-making at times. I thought the knee brace would mess up his running, but it actually threw his passing off more than anything. He overthrew some guys. But in the second half, all of a sudden, all that went away. He was precise with a lot of things. He threw some great passes. He made some plays with his legs to keep some stuff open to get a touchdown. I think a touchdown to somebody. So, yeah, for some reason, it was night and day between the first and the second half for Justin Fields. And I'm not really sure why, because he wore the knee brace in both the first and second half.
All right, so is it a B minus or a C plus?
I'm going to go B minus.
All right, what's your grade?
I was going to go solid B. I think when you fumble the ball away inside the 10, that's going to affect any grade. He did take the 5 sacks. But although I think a lot of that was Wisconsin thought it probably had one chance to win this game, and that was just bring the house at him, especially in his compromised situation, and force him to make decisions on potentially one bad leg. And it worked in the first half. I think he could have played better in some instances. I think he definitely could have made some better decisions and maybe avoided a couple of those sacks, gotten rid of the ball, whatever. But there's no denying the way that he responded in the second half and came back. And if he doesn't play the way that he plays in the second half, Ohio State doesn't win this game. And who knows what their playoff situation would be tomorrow morning. So I'm going to give him a solid B. I think you do have to grade on a little bit of a curve. The guy is obviously playing with a damaged left knee to some extent, and he gutted it out as we've seen him do before.
So not what percent healthy was he, but the things that didn't go right for him tonight. Quick answer. What percent of that was attributable to his knee and his knee brace? If he did miss some throws, if he was a little indecisive in taking sacks, maybe not taking off quite as quickly, how much did the injury affect that, do you think?
I'm going to go 55%.
55%.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 21%.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, I would say at least 60%. I thought he wasn't himself, and I thought he wasn't himself because his knee hurt. I feel like we've graded him on a curve a couple times this year because of weather or whatever. Because the thing in the end is that they win. Yeah. And they win often because of him, even if he does a couple things wrong along the way. So he missed some throws. He missed an Olave deep ball in the end zone. They've hit that play before this year. I thought that was affected by his knee because I think he didn't stride like he normally would, and I feel like he ended up pushing it. He tried to give it a little extra oomph to compensate for his knee, and then he gave it too much. It wasn't just a natural stride. I thought they didn't give him 3-step drops, get rid of the ball quickly. He was sort of in the pocket, and I thought he took some sacks when maybe if he was healthy, he would have gotten out of there. But he couldn't exactly escape as much as he usually could. So I'm going to give him a B+. He was part of the reason they were behind in the first half, but he was the big reason they won in the second half. And so, I think some guys, I don't know if other guys wouldn't have played. I mean, we don't know exactly how bad this is. I didn't think he was himself, and yet in the second half, he found a way to be himself, and he found a way for his team to win. B+. We're going to do a final report card on his 13 games. Look for that this week at cleveland.com. Hey, they're going to the playoff. We'll be there. Steven, Nathan, Doug, thanks for watching.